Hi, it's Carol. I am in Kauai and I'm very, very excited. Okay, I'm trying not to be too excited because, Kauai is laid back and yet I'm not so laid back. So, um, it's gorgeous. I think I've posted some chickens that have come to get a masking session. I told them, you know, I don't have time right now. I don't know if they're gaggles or what is it? That's ducks, right? I don't know how that works. Anyway, tonight I get to speak for 2 to 3 minutes. So Ernesto's making this a little hard for me because I don't know how to talk for 2 to 3 minutes. I know how to talk for a bazillion minutes, and it's hard for me um, to not. Oh, I don't know. What's the word? Shut up? Oh yeah, that's it. Shut up. I don't know how to shut up. I don't know that I want to shut up because I am healthier than I've ever felt. Apparently, antibiotics work. I have no pain. This is the first time I can say I've had no pain. I'm like doing a check-in in my body going, there's no pain. In my teeth, I'm like, how you can suck in your teeth and go if there's air, there's pain, and I don't even have that. So I have been preparing for this for a long time. Hi, Nancy. Good to see you. I'm going to explain tonight the difference between unmasking therapy and, well, it seems like it's a disjointment, but really it's transformation. What I do is transformation. That's why I call myself the transformation coach. And it's transforming from the trauma that I've experienced. Like I'm a new person. I am so new. And I say this all the time. I'm so new that I have transformed both inside and out. I need to reintroduce myself to people I've known for years, which is no joke. It sounds like a joke. It's not a joke. And then I get frustrated, which, it's probably not the best way for them to meet me because they kind of know me as a different person. But I get frustrated. And then I recognize, guess what? That I can meet a new person. Like I can just go, you know what? Let's just meet new. Let's just start afresh. And that's what we do. So you may or may not have seen me around here, the people that are in Kauai right now. I don't know you. I don't know you. I want to know you. And that sounds freaking weird. So you may want to, keep your distance. And I have cooties, which I didn't know if you knew that. Joe knows that. Ernesto knows that. And I'm okay with having cooties. So I'm going to help you to understand that um, that unmasking therapy is transformation at the heart. It's what I do. And I'm kind of looking down at some of my notes right now. Um, I believe that we have learned to put on masks throughout our lives, and um, that those masks don't always help us, and we don't know that. I mean, do you have a secret desire to transform? God, I sure did, and I didn't even know, like I didn't even voice it, because if I voiced it, then part of me would have to admit that I didn't really think it was possible. And yet the people that have seen the difference in me know I'm a walking miracle. I'm just a walking miracle from this last few months, even from this last week when the doctor told me that there was every chance I could have died because it turned out that the dental thing had gone to my brain and in my bloodstream. It's gone. It's gone. I can tell you there's no brain fog. There's a freaking walking miracle. And I just don't believe this life is supposed to be wasted. And if you can get past this crazy story, this series of unfortunate events that I've experienced, maybe you could see it's actually real. This has been a real journey. If you look at all my videos, you can see that. And I want you to understand unmasking. I've worn masks of the shame of being fat, but yet I had the mask of being with the shame. I used it with the fat. I used it with my food addiction so that I would be safe from Predators. In my mind, any man was a predator. Actually, people were predators because if you when you hear my stories sometime you would understand it's not just men that have been a part of my story. I'll tell that in October at the retreat that I'm doing. I am doing it. I am putting my money on the line, and I am doing it because I feel called to see people healed, and understanding the relationship between cortisol and trauma and medical illness is just changed my life, changed my life, and I consider it a privilege. But these masks are an illusion of protection. However you want to look at that, that illusion of protection is everything from I'm not going to let you see me fully so that there's an illusion of protection. I'm going to keep this fat on so that nobody would want me. Although there are men that do want women that are fat, but I was living under that assumption for a while, um, and I was stripped from that. So to be exposed is it's a little scary, but that's where the healing happens. And I do believe healing comes through connection, and especially to the therapist here, if we're going to connect, how do we do that when there's a mask on? So I get real serious about that, and I've all the experience that creates me. I may not remember to say all this tonight. Between the 37 years of 12-step recovery, the 10 years of transformational training, the my training and education as a clinician, and a childhood filled with trauma, that does create the unique hybrid that is me. Like there, I don't think there is any me, but I don't think there's any you too. Like we've all been created special for a purpose such as it is. And I am reclaiming my life, and I feel like I'm reclaiming it in this moment. Just knowing I don't have pain is a reclamation. It's just, oh my gosh. I don't feel unworthy anymore, and I don't need to wear that cloak of shame that was the weight that I used, and I don't need to hide my body from further abuse. I just don't need to do that. We all self-medicate in our own ways if we're feeling we need to, whether that's drugs, alcohol, food, sex, gambling, whatever. I can't say this. It anesthetizes me. I don't know, like it's like we have an anesthesia. And when your coping skills stripped from you, like my food was almost 9 years ago, you begin to get through the pain. And that's part of the healing, to get through it. You can't go around the pain in order to heal. And I was just coming to realization that I was the ugly child in my family. I was the black sheep in my family. And people have said to me lately, you know what? In Australia, there's more sheep. Joe, you should love this. There's more sheep than people. And they consider the black sheep the special one. That is the beautiful sheep. Now, all this time, I thought it was the ugly sheep. So if I was the ugly child, maybe that actually made me the beautiful one. And maybe my mom was protecting me from being the beautiful one, because if you're the beautiful one, other things happen to you that I'm kind of glad didn't. So I have gratitude now that I realized she said that to me. So I know I don't have time to say all this in front of everybody tonight. And so I wanted to share this with you. We all wear different masks. There's lots of them. And I could sit here and name them all day. Only you know what masks you carry. Those masks are to transform you. If we take them off, it would transform you, wouldn't it? It would change you to something different that people would experience different. Maybe there's layers and layers and layers of those masks. So I'm going to talk tonight about self-disclosure being a mask that we as clinicians use. Medical doctors, all clinicians are taught to keep a distance, a clinical distance. So I just want to support you all to that transformation, That is what unmasking therapy is at its heart, and it's healing. It's healing through connection. Because I only believe that if we don't connect, how do we heal? And if we don't take off the mask, how do we heal at the very core of healing? Like that root cause. So Joe and I have been working on this a long time, 9 months, and I'm realizing that there is some sort of um, an analogy between giving birth. I've been having dream after dream about giving birth, and now I realize that I'm giving birth to unmasking therapy. It's taken 9 months to get here, and it's taken 9 months to be willing to transform and just be me in front of you. And I wonder, do you have a secret desire to transform? I do, and um, I'm not sure if I still do anymore. I'm going to have to spend some time looking at all that. And I would like to offer you an invitation to transform. That's going to be unmasking sessions that eventually will be very clearly branded on my website. But in the meantime, I'm doing this in Kauai, and I've been doing this with different people, offering that for free. Just, I guess, to gain my own self-confidence that it is what it is. And and I do have that. And as I say, I have nothing to offer you but hope. I've said that before, a gift of hope that you can transform. Because if I can do it, you can do it. That's it. It's so simple. And I'm going to say this tonight, and if I forget to say this, um, please have a great time at Ernesto's retreat. I hope you, as a therapist that are here, feel this refreshment, like refreshment to the souls, well, to your soul, to the cells of your being. And I want you to feel it to your head down to the tip of your sand-filled toes, because there's a little bit of sand here. And I want to say aloha. And I understand this. I've been in this island many times um, because of my friend, which I will keep her anonymity, just because some people are private and they deserve that. If you pray. If you think, then think that I get the opportunity to meet with even just the one person I'm supposed to meet with. If I meet with one person, I've said this all along, with my books, all I've ever wanted to do was help change the life of one person. And now with recovering my life, is my story about transformation. It's my transformation from being obese and letting that go, and recognizing that almost 9 years later, that it's transformed me and transformed me and transformed me. And it never stops. And I don't want to stop as long as I'm alive. Have a great, great day. Aloha. Enjoy Kauai if you're here. Enjoy wherever you're at. And I will keep sending videos as I feel prompted. I'm going to set up my my vendors table and do a few last minute things. And I look forward to meeting new people. Please introduce you to myself. I tend to be kind of myocular. Like I'm shy. Nobody thinks I'm shy, but I'm shy. So if you introduce yourself to me, shyness goes away. Trust me. Then you're going to wonder if I'm a preacher. Not a preacher. Well, I can marry people, but not that kind of a preacher. I don't do sermons. I don't think it's my calling. I don't want to know. Anyway, whatever my calling is, it's to make a difference. And I love doing so. Have a wonderful, wonderful day.